So you've just finished setting up your Alipay and WeChat Pay, but now I bet you're nervously thinking, how do I know if this will actually work when I arrive in China? Good question. And that's why we have today's video. In this video, I'll be sharing a quick way for you to test if your account has been set up properly. But before we get into that, I want to first cover a couple of important tips that you need to know to avoid common payment issues when you arrive in China. Number 1, turn off VPN. This one is super common, even sometimes I forget. So basically, WeChat Pay and Alipay, they won't be able to make the payment. Basically, it's blocked when you're connected to a VPN. So you want to make sure that you fully turn off your VPN when you're making payments. This is always the first thing that I check when my payment's not going through, and it's a culprit 90% of the time. Number 2, stick with Visa or Mastercard. When traveling abroad, we want to stack the odds in our favor. So stick with cards that are more widely accepted, such as Visa and Mastercard, which link nicely to Alipay and WeChat Pay. And if you have an option between a credit card or a debit card, credit cards are usually less problematic. Number 3, add a backup card. To really stack the odds in our favor, it's best to link not just one card, but have a secondary backup card as well. And ideally, the second card should be from a different bank and a different payment network. So that way, if the first card isn't cooperating, you have a backup plan in place. Number 4, give your bank a heads up. So giving your bank a quick call can be super helpful in making sure that you don't get locked out or get your transactions marked as fraud. So many people nowadays will tell you that you don't really need to do it anymore, and for the most part, yeah, you probably don't need to, but if you want to cover all your bases, it definitely can't hurt to. The fact that it even is an option means that there's probably some value in it. You might also be able to do it directly from your banking app. It's usually called something along the lines of travel notice and usually tucked under account services. Now, even with all these precautions in place, it's still very possible for some kind of hiccup to happen. So if you're nervous about that, it can't hurt to bring along some cash as well. I recommend, let's say 300 to 500 RMB, so just a little bit of cash to tide you over until you can get your app working again. And even if you don't run into any issues during your entire trip, you can still spend that during your last day. Now, before we move on to talking about how to test Alipay and WeChat Pay from the comfort of your home, if you've learned something from this video, take a second to gently tap that like button. And if China is in your travel plans and you like to save time and money, who doesn't, then make sure to subscribe to get more helpful tips like this. Alright, now onto our test. So what we're going to do is the following. We're going to make a purchase using Alipay or WeChat Pay, and I encourage you to follow along with me. And yes, while you can't use Alipay or WeChat Pay at physical stores outside of China, you are still able to make online purchases, which is what we'll be doing. So if you click the link in the description or pinned comment, you'll be led to this page here. And you'll see that everything is already priced in Chinese yuan. You can change the city to where you'll be visiting, and then I recommend that you pick something you'll need to buy for your trip anyways, like an eSIM or a ticket to an attraction that you're planning to visit. So for example, I'm going to pick this eSIM. Click into it, pick how many days, how much data I want, and then book now. And then it'll lead you to checkout. And then if you scroll down to where it says, how would you like to pay? You'll select other payment methods and then continue to pay. Now on the next page, you'll see WeChat Pay and Alipay as options. Select one of them and then click Pay Now. And then you'll see a QR code pop up. There are instructions on the bottom, but basically you'll open your Alipay or WeChat Pay account, tap Scan, and then scan this QR code to pay for the order. You'll then wait to see if that goes through. If that goes through successfully and you see payment successful on your payment app and your booking has been created on trip, then you know that your setup was done correctly. Now, does this mean that you're 100% not going to run into any issues while you're in China? No, unfortunately not, but at least now you know that there aren't any setup issues with your account. And combined with the tips from earlier, you'll at least be able to avoid the most common issues. With payments now sorted, the next step is now to figure out how to get the most for your money while you're in China and not pay the tourist tax on everything. Luckily for you, I just released a 17-page guide covering all the money-saving hacks across food, hotels, shopping, attractions, and more. These are the exact same strategies that I personally used to save thousands on my last trip, so make sure to check that out. I also have other videos coming soon on how to avoid the 3% fee for larger purchases, something you guys are always asking about, so make sure to tune in for that one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you found this helpful and if you have any further questions. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next one.